and a person presented to me, their presentation was feminine, female.
Mm-hmm.
And so when I was coming down, I saw him going, I did a double take. And then he said, oh, no, I'm a male. So I was like, oh, I got it. In this new culture that we're in, we have to be mindful. We don't know what we're seeing. The brothers might know this. Let me just give you one more. The brothers might know this. If you sashaying down the street with some hard sachet, like you ain't never seen before, I think you might be looking at a man. Or male.
Yeah.
I'm not sure, male or man.
Like he's trying too hard.
Male includes man, but it may not be the same. So we know that. So opinion of others, how mommy see you, how daddy see you. You know, when I lived in Baltimore with my parents, I couldn't grow locks. I came out to California so I could grow my locks. Because they would not allow me to do that, right? Because I was trying to live under the opinion of my mommy and daddy. Yeah. Black Muslims, clean cut, all that kind of stuff. And I was like, I got a little rougher edge than that, daddy. So then I got out here and was able to do that. Now, the other one, likes and followers and friends, your image. Some people are developing an image based on whether it's liked or not.
Yes.
Whether they get hearts or not.
Yeah.
Whether they get, notifications that they're being seen, right? And sometimes they bend themselves out of contortion to put on an image that does not actually reflect the God in them. Because the God in each one of us is going to reflect differently. Each one of us, Geron. Each one of us, Geron, is going to reflect differently how God presents himself. But it's always going to have some consistency regarding love and righteousness. Now, some people are unconscious, or their images made up from unconscious influences like TikTok, Instagram, and Discord. We talked about that a little bit earlier, so I'm coming back to that idea. That these individuals who are feeding images to themselves, rapid pace, always, after a while, you become what you're looking at.
Wow.
Whether it's confused, whether it's distorted, you spend all that much time, and don't raise your hand. But have you ever started on TikTok and it was 3 hours later?
Yes.
What the 2 hours later? What? Because listen, these things are designed to trap us.
Yes.
This is a freebie for you. This is a freebie for you. It's not even on my notes, it's just something. But so here's what I like it. When it first came out, do you remember we used to call something, we call it WWW. Who knows what that means?
World Wide
Web, right? Yeah. Okay, now, in nature, there is a creature who creates a web. Anybody know what that nature is?
Spider.
Oh, spiders. Oh, you sure? It's spiders. You sure it's spiders?
Last time I checked.
That web that the spider creates is on purpose. It's some of them are so beautiful. I like to take pictures. Oh, they're so beautiful. But it's not just there to be beautiful.
Right.
That web is a trap for the spider. No, that's not right. That web is a trap for the prey. But it's a tool for the spider.
Yeah.
How he's going to get it. Now, some people are using that tool to capture your mind. And it ain't just young people, young and old people. They all got that. Or they surfing. So we have to understand that we become what we constantly put before us. And so, brothers and sisters, parents and all, I need you to really reflect on what image is and what you want to see replicated in your family and your life. Brother, I'm assuming, what's your name? Is it Nate? Max. Brother Max, he's presenting an image. Clean cut, it ain't to the side, it ain't dyed in it, it's just boom. And you can say, I can see my son looking at you and say, that's that brother right there. I can roll with that brother, right? Yeah. So we want to be very, very mindful of these type of things because image informs that. Take action for image. Some believe that healthy images begin with the idea that we are created in an image and likeness of God. That one part right there, I want you to keep that in mind because that's the key thing. If we're understanding that most of the therapeutic work that's going on right now does not include spirituality, so that means that most of the problem is going to have a problem with image, and image feeds into it. It should be another one. Okay, so the image of ourselves and how we show up in the world inform our identity. So image, how we see ourselves, what image that we hold actually becomes our identity. And so who are you? I am whatever that thing you made up. Remember the young brother wrote signed his letter? He was Doug, right? So that became his image. And he held on to that image even to the last, right?
Yes.
So then you got that. Now, like I said earlier, I practice the principles of Cont'd, and one principle that comes to mind as we transition into our discussion of identity is the principle of Cont'd, which is the principle of self-determination. It is the personal right to, it should be another slide right after that, to define ourselves, name ourselves, create for ourselves, speak for ourselves. I highly recommend that we begin to practice that. And we're going to do some of that right here. I'm going to give you one example of how my father did it. My father, although wouldn't call him a proponent of the Kwanzaa principles, but most of the principles, he actually lived them out. And one day my father came home to my family. I was born, I was like maybe 12 or 13. And my father said, from this day forth, we are going to drop our slave name and determine what name we're going to have. So I was born, I tell you, I was born Omar Abdullah Nash, N-A-S-H, that's my slave name. My father said, no more Nashes, so that we're going to be Muhammad from this day forth. So all my children, they didn't even know. Some of them, I think they know it, I don't know. Some of them, I do try to tell them that what their slave name is, so they don't be hit up on somebody they should not be. And so that they would know that we're connected to a bigger tree. We're just a new branch of that tree called the Muhammad's. All my brothers, I'm the firstborn of 7, and all of us, we all did the same thing. We all gave them powerful names, just like our father did. Because we practice the principle of Cont'd, self-determination. I define myself as a human being. I define myself, we named ourselves the Muhammad's. We create for ourselves, all of us create businesses. You talk about, you Google some of the Muhammad's, we doing stuff all over. Artistic work, my son is an artist, he's in school for fashion and design. Some of his designs will blow your mind. I saw him when he was a little boy. And I saw it in him, I saw a picture. And I said, you do this? He said, yeah, I do it. And I'm telling you, I saw Picasso and all them other people, how their early works look. I said, I framed it and put it in his room and said, you are an artist. That dude forgot about it, didn't even think about it. It was in his room though, he forgot about it. And then as he grew older, trained up a child in the way they should go, and they will not depart therefrom.
Amen.
So I'm like, ooh, look at this. Now he has become the artist, and he uses that framed picture as motivation to keep going forward.
Amen.
This is how parents pay attention to their children and empower them. Now, let me see. Look, I'm going to make sure I can get it just about right. All right. So, if you're on this side of the room, on this side of that pole right there, the pole in the middle, you're going to come to the front here, and you're helping with black family. And we're talking about, and this one, it is what is a positive black family. What is a positive image of a black family, right? Isn't that what it says? We have 2 questions. Healthy, that's it, thank you. Healthy. What can a healthy black family do? You can rise up, please. If you're on this side, brother, you're going to be on this side, right here. There's only one person here, you're going to be on this side. And you guys are going to join with the people at the back table. Yes.